If you are holding an options contract that expires in a matter of days or even hours, you are racing against a ticking clock. Deciding exactly how to exit this trade is the most critical phase of the options lifecycle. You have to make a definitive choice: cash out early or take delivery of the underlying asset. To successfully navigate this deadline, we need to evaluate whether your contract is actually profitable, calculate your exact payout using multipliers, pick the right exit strategy, and survive the final settlement process. Mishandling these final steps can instantly turn a winning position into a total loss simply because of a missed deadline. The first step is determining your contract's moneyness. This is a direct comparison between the underlying asset's current market value and your option's fixed exercise price. For a call option, your contract is in the money if the market value sits above your exercise price. For a put option, the rule flips, and you are in the money when the market value drops below it. Failing these conditions means your contract is out of the money, giving you a worse price than the open market. Being in the money tells you the contract has value, but it does not tell you what your actual cash payout will be. Options do not trade on a simple 1-to-1 ratio. Your final payout depends on the contract size, which is typically 100 shares for a physical equity option, or the multiplier, which is often 100 for cash-settled index options. This whiteboard breakdown shows exactly how that math works. Say you hold an index call option with an exercise price of 80, and the market index rises to 85. 85 minus your 80 strike price leaves a difference of 5 points. You multiply that 5 by your 100-point multiplier, giving you a $500 cash payout. You must confirm this exact multiplier before you act, so you avoid committing to a settlement while expecting an entirely different financial return. This split screen shows your two choices: an offsetting closing transaction or a formal exercise. An offsetting transaction simply means selling the contract back to the open market. It's usually cheaper, bypasses exercise fees, and captures remaining time value. The second choice is exercising, triggering the contract to buy the asset, sell it, or collect the cash settlement. Ultimately, choosing between an offsetting close and an exercise is a strategic choice between maintaining cash liquidity and taking formal ownership of the asset. If you choose to exercise, the contract does not execute itself. You must submit direct instructions to your brokerage firm. The most catastrophic mistake an investor can make here is missing the broker's specific daily cutoff time on the last trading day. The Options Clearing Corporation mandates these strict broker cutoffs. If you miss that window and your options contract is out of the money, it becomes completely worthless. Brokers do run automatic exercise procedures for contracts that are deep enough in the money at expiration, but relying on this blindly without checking your firm's specific policy is a massive risk. If your option sits below their threshold, it will expire unexercised. The ultimate responsibility for triggering the exercise and beating the clock rests entirely on you, not your broker. Once your exercise instruction clears the deadline, you enter the final phase, the Options Clearing Corporation settlement process. Physical delivery options deal in actual shares. Exercising a call requires you to have the exact cash to purchase those 100 shares, while exercising a put requires you to have 100 shares ready to deliver. This flowchart shows the difference. With cash-settled options, no shares change hands. The broker simply credits your account. But if you trigger physical delivery with insufficient capital, the transaction stalls. Your broker may issue a margin call or force liquidation to cover the shortfall. This makes settlement a critical risk management phase. It is the exact moment your theoretical paper gains convert into actual capital obligations. You now have the roadmap for navigating an expiration deadline and finalizing your trade. Evaluate your moneyness, calculate the multiplier payout, execute your preferred exit, and secure the capital for settlement. Your next step is to log into your brokerage account immediately and locate your firm's expiration cutoff time so you are never caught off guard. Mastering the mechanics of execution and settlement is what separates a passive speculator from a disciplined professional options trader.
Knowledge is one of the best investments you can make, and continuous learning keeps you sharp. Subscribe to @OTS Ullu on YouTube.